everybody. We have made it to Windrock, the trip that's been planned for 6 months now. We've finally arrived this Friday morning. We got in late last night. All we really did was eat some dinner and go to bed. So I think the weekend plans, we're going to put some miles on them today. Tomorrow we're going to kind of go out and hit the trails that we've wanted to hit here. 15, 39, what else? 15, 39, 16. We've got a list. How much we'll get done depends on how smoothly we can make the rest of the trails. But thanks for getting this far into the video. Next thing you see, we'll probably be doing some riding, so enjoy it. Alright, we've made it to the trail. Had to run back to the house again, get some grease and a carrier bearing. So we're officially on the trail at Windrock. The weekend has begun. We're headed to the G9 Overlook, which I think is the main overlook for Windrock. So we're gonna go there, look at that, and get a little game plan put together for the day. So stick with us and we'll get you some good riding content here. Okay, so we have made it to the Overlook. Overlooking as could be.
Every time I've seen it, there was no more than 4 cars there.
So this is pretty much just a tour of the Windrock Overlooks today. Quite a break from picking up a camera. We did go to Panther Rock. We just left Devil's Elbow. Check that out. Not for me. Now we're on our way to what trail? 62? I think so. Some red trail. 62 is the trail. And then we're on our way to Carryville Flats after that. And then I think we're going to try to get into some more reds on the way home. And then tomorrow obviously is going to be the day that we try to knock a big chunk off that list. it is Saturday morning, 10:30. We are heading to the general store to get some ice, and then we're going straight to 15 off of that. And then after that, we'll see where we're at in buggy health and come up with a plan after that. But for the start of the day, 15, and then we'll get something after that if everything's still healthy. So from our B&B, it's right off of Trail 26, which is, from what we've seen so far, one of the better blue trails here. And it's kind of a fun rock crawl trail. So we'll get you guys some clips on that, just in case you're ever in the area and want to hit Trail 26. You can see what you're doing. The good parts of it. So now we're gonna take G9. Is it G9 all the way to the
5 to 9, I think.
G5 to G9 all the way to the store, get some ice, and then we're gonna get on Trail 15 after that. All right, so Ryan had a O2 sensor failure, didn't you?
Had a spare though.
Had a spare. Always carry spare O2 sensors. No spare axles though. All right, so we're finishing up at the camp store, and I think we're gonna head straight to 15 after this. All right, we're up here at the front of 15. The beginning of it, I guess I'll call it. Everybody's kind of checking over harnesses and stuff like that before we get going. But it's pretty wet. Not perfect conditions, but it'll make do. I
I don't think anybody's gonna do that right line. I'm gonna assume everybody's gonna go left line. But either way, we're gonna get out of the top. We didn't bring any axles, so don't really have a choice. Ryan's bringing first man up. I almost died.
You got a little whirly there, buddy. You hit her a little hard. Passenger. Passenger. Now, driver. Then go.
All right. A little more steam coming into it and you're up. Your tire's like right on the edge of that rock.
You what?
Your back tire was like on the edge of that rock. A little more.
Line, just a little more juice.
Yeah.
Right line and stay in it. Right there. Don't catch that rock and start rocking out of it.
It pushed you over this way.
Yeah, it's fucking record.
Hey, when you're, don't get a full run at it, stay right there and bump through it. Because all you're doing is stuffing your bumper on that rock.
Right here.
I'd go driver more.
So go down and come
Yeah, come back up on it more driver. I'd set your driver right off of this rock here.
I'd go further. I'd try to ride that lip up.
Where's that?
Yeah, see, you're still going to catch. That lip's just going to push it back where it was. I say try to go for it right there. Come down a little bit more. I think he's going to catch there, but... All right, try that.
Yeah. That's the first section of Trail 15. It was just took some getting lined up on it. It wasn't too bad. Just took a couple runs. High centered. I'd get back up, try to get passenger and drive up the rock. Come to me and back up straight. That is the beginning of Trail 15. Good driving. Had to get that commitment dialed in a little bit.
I thought I broke that front up here.
Oh, up here?
It laid down on the power and it ratcheted, but only once.
Yeah.
Because it hit, like, I let off right as it hit.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to catch it in time.
That's what Steve said. He's like, there goes an axle. I said, no, I think it just ratcheted the diff one time.
That one ratchet is always the scariest one.
Yeah, because you don't know what it is. It could be either one.
Spun it a little bit.
It could be either one. Good driving.
That thing is vertical down there.
Yeah. Momentum's your friend.
When you get that two-seater on there, you sit on it like, oh, it's vertical.
Oh man, somebody broke a winch cable. That sucks, dude. Cody is next in line here. If I don't fall down and die.
Yeah, don't hammer it. Just wait till the back end grabs and then bring it up. All right, that was
there,
it.
you had it.
When that ass end picked up, stay in it.
Am I good here? Do I need to reset back that way?
Reset and get closer back over there.
Oh, what? Oh, you
Drop off.
Okay, I didn't know you were going to drop.
And then put your tire right on that wall. A little more.
There,
All
you're
right.
on it.
Now roll into it from there.
Just a little bit more and you're up.
It. Reset again.
Thoughts?
It's going well.
If that was dry down there, you'd walk right up at it.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen a video of it dry. Easy. You're good. You're good.
There you go. That first bump when he first let off, you just stayed in it there.
It just feels like once
I know.
You're not. It's not even
exactly
coming
what's
up.
going to happen is that
Okay.
weight unloads and the rear end grabs. It'll put it back down.
I set here, do I need to reset again?
Just back up a little and
Back
turn
up a little bit
passenger.
and try it there.
Right there. Trailing arm got you there.
All right, yeah, reset back over there.
They always say that videos don't do justice. This is my first time laying eyes on 15.
You're like, I know.
It is right on that point. It is so close.
This is my first time laying eyes on 15, and I can agree. I didn't think that this left side ledge was 4 foot, so it's definitely.
There you go.
Damn, I thought you had
I think he needs more instead of going.
Right there.
I think he needs to.
That's going to catch your trailing arm again. Try to get back over. Hey, Cody. Since you're already up, you don't have to stuff the bumper a little bit more from the beginning. It'll get that tire up and you'll feel it bite.
Didn't feel low, like.
That was it.
You were literally every time doing.
Doesn't help that he's just driving through stirred up mud. That was the closest one yet.
It's right there. Do exactly what you're doing, riding that first momentum.
I wouldn't get, well, I just don't want it to stand up and then it floors it. Oh my.
Oh my God, dude, it's right there.
It was on top of the rock and then slid down.
You gotta get another 100 miles on them Zillas, it'll stick.
Let's run to Carryville.
Yeah.
Attaboy. You're good, just cut it passenger. Hey Cody, roll back 10 foot. Yeah.
There you go, stay in a little bit more.
As soon as that front sets down, lean into it. That's one strong differential right there. Casey Jones is coming up. Oh my gosh, next.
In the old Billy Goat.
Yeah. This one's a bush hog, not a lawnmower.
What do you think, Dave? You gonna ride with it? You gonna ride with it?
Let's see how a 4-seater cheater holds up to this. passenger a little, Casey. So really what it comes down to, if you just have a 4-seater and kahunas, you can actually one-shot this. So keep that in mind on your next side-by-side purchase. All right, everybody's up. We got one to go. Papa Steve, brains of the operation, Shawesome side-by-side, is next in line. And he guided everybody else up, so I'd say he has a decent idea of what he's working with here. Glad we're leaving now because there's a train of people behind us. There's probably 15 buggies that just pulled up. So try to make quick work of it.
I would reset and get closer to that rock. Okay, go left. There you go. All right, rolling it from there.
This
Back
Zilla's
up a
bike's
little
so
bit.
good on Tennessee
Right there,
rock.
rolling it from there.
What?
Same deal.
Little bit
right
more.
there.
Same thing. Same thing.
Reset and get
Good
a little
catch,
further.
Dave.
Hold on to it. I got it. Right there.
Now reset and get over again.
Dave's the best passenger. I'm not gonna say that. Ken might watch.
There you go.
Yeah, right there.
A little more on that initial bump.
I'd have him
There you
when
go.
he gets up, take his driver wheel,
Yeah.
driver's side.
Yeah.
All right, point a little driver.
That's what you guys were doing. You guys were all
That
coming
first initial, or once you get up, bring it a little driver as you bump in it.
up. You guys were all turning driver when you were
There you
up, and I think it's biting more on that side.
Yeah.
All right, and then as you bump into this, a little bit more driver as it hits the front tires.
Now.
You're right there.
You're doing the exact
I
same
think
thing I'm doing.
I think his ass ends a little farther this way than you guys' way,
Probably is coming in.
because he's hitting in that crack there.
That's what grabs
where you
it.
guys are
Yeah.
hitting the rock
Right
face.
there. Hey, baby.
Whole lot of driver.
We'll move.
Stay right there. We'll start.
Good driving.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Good passenger. Nice catch.
Past the ledge. There's plenty of room up there to get up.
Do what?
Go on up. There's plenty of room to get past that ledge.
Is it right here?
Yeah.
So that's the beginning of 15. Oh my. Honestly, I haven't seen any videos past the beginning and the end of 15. So I'm not honestly sure what's in between here. If there's anything, I will be sure to grab it for you. This ledge here.
Get in it.
A little more sauce in the pan. I'm not in a fantastic spot.
Hey, you took it a little too passenger. I'd probably stay in that wall and try to get some side bite.
There it is. All right, so now that's the beginning of 15.
Hey.
All right, so there's a pretty nasty rut coming off of that top side. I'd get all the way on that bank. Good. There's a pretty nasty rut on that top side. Not a lot of people, I don't think, catch. This section here, also kind of offset or off-camber rut. It's not going to look like much on camera, but you're, as you can tell, rubbing door. There we go. Just sit her down. So yeah, it's we got a pretty big hole up my side. There we go. Pretty gnarly trail so far. Oh, we're at the end.
Yeah.
It was a pretty gnarly trail. It's a fun one. It's a fun one. So once we get up to this last obstacle here, I'll hop out and get you guys some more video of it. And we'll make our way out the top of 15. All right, I'll catch you guys at the top. So I'm going to try to hustle back there so you guys can get a little better perspective of what this rut looks like. I'm sure Ryan can zoom down there and show you, but you're running door the whole way up. So I'll hold still so he can zoom in on that. I don't know if I can or not, but pretty off camber. And then in this low side is the side with all the rocks, obviously, just to make it that much easier on you. This top side is what most everybody sees on YouTube. I kind of wish we could have done it before the tree was taken out. I think the tree is what made it hard, because you couldn't go over that extra 5 feet that everybody does now to run up the easy side. But we are going to run up the easy side. We're not going to break any ball joints or anything on this center line. I would if I had something near as capable as that, but it's just not in my mojo. So we got Casey up waiting on Steve. I can't see. Oh, there he is. Yeah, so we're all up, good to go. We'll get you a shot from the top of 15 coming out. So just to give some perspective on this climb, it's not, I don't think it's going to be real hard, but just the size of it could be intimidating. I mean, it's 10 feet over the roof of the buggy up at the top, but it's all nice rolling. I think if you just keep momentum, you're gonna breeze right through it. The first ledge was definitely the hardest one, and we came and looked at this yesterday and kind of all came to that agreement that the first ledge was going to be the hard part. This is just, I mean, it's not steep. This is probably the biggest ledge. Maybe that one's probably 3 foot. This one's probably 2 foot. Comes up to mid thigh. So I think it's just going to be a nice rolling. Keep your momentum, and you're gonna pop right up it. Now that choo-choo train behind us of 14 buggies, we're sounds like they're on that front ledge now. Yeah, sounds like a battle call down there. I'd say he's got a Vibrant or Trinity on it. We're having fun today. I think yesterday we kind of just sight saw, and we were all getting the itch to hit stuff, but we knew what we were doing today and didn't want to have to wrench all night to get stuff ready or burn up any spare parts. So today's the day we get to get that itch off of our back and hit some fun stuff. And it's that easy. That's a memento.
That was too easy. Cody's got to go through the middle.
Cody's got to hit it backwards.
Eli got you too.
Just
A lot drier up here. They'll grip that rock.
Cody, when you're coming up, right before that first 3-foot ledge, come a little passenger so you don't hit that wall. You'll see it when you get around the bend.
Hey, Cody, when you make that first turn, make it a little wider than Ryan did so you don't get that tire pinched under that tree. He almost got pinched.
Yeah, Ryan.
I think if you come up and you reset and come over this way,
I went first, and that's just what happens.
Did you hear me, bud?
Yeah, when you're going first on this stuff, guys, it's just sometimes you don't know how the machine's going to react, and you don't have anybody to watch, and blah blah blah.
If you can't drive, just say that, buddy.
Pause. All right, we got Cody coming up next. It would be cool to own something that could go up this right side line. That's not in my budget. You're good?
That's the line right there.
Floor it! Hey, Cody, this is what I was talking about right here.
Come on back, bud. Back, attach.
That's the line.
Hard, hard, hard. There you go. Ryan,
Yeah.
you stay in, have to stay in.
Yeah, I just kept it rolling. They're hooking up.
They hooking up, you say? Is they hooking up?
They hook up, man. We are at the top of 15. So let's go down and watch Casey and old Pops.
I think you got that
I've never seen
suspension.
so much traction.
I think you got that suspension pretty well dialed at this point. It's the nose comes up a little bit, but it settles right back down. It's not like where was that, Tackett?
Well, he had them ice and springs in there then.
Yeah, those things were pogo sticks.
Still wants to bounce it up.
Yeah,
Takes the balance.
I was gonna say I checked.
I think the rears are. If you stiffened up the rear, it'd keep the front down
you
there.
got your compression turned all the way down on your
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't that make sense?
it
If you
would
stiffen
push
the
the
rear,
front back down, but
yeah.
the front's still bouncing.
Well, yeah, but if you stiffen the rear up, it's not
set it
going to
back
roll
down.
back. What if?
Hey, on mine, I've talked a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like, so you need four-wheel steers.
I'll try to get a different yeah. So Casey Jones, he actually drives a city bus for his main job. So it works out. It works out flawlessly that he drives one on the trail too, because he works for the city district and he runs a bus route. In that cage. Hey Casey, back up and get your rear end over a little
Hey,
bit.
he said he wants a bed delete. Might as well do it early. We can delete it right now. Casey, come on, Dad. Come on back. That hard pasture.
I'm gonna
Come on back,
try to
come
get
back,
a different
come
perspective than most people get,
Keep
but
going.
I think this area's been pretty well
There you go.
hit up.
Yes, sir.
Zillas are biting. These Zillas are biting so good today. Like, this is, whenever we hype up Zillas, this is the kind of rock that we're talking about, where like if you rub it, it's just sand. And they just bite insanely good on this stuff. And the Stickies, I mean, wet or dry, they hook up. So that's why we always say Zillas are the tire to run for what we ride, because there's not another tire that consistently gets you through everything the way a Zilla does. And what's that? What was that TikTok? If you have enough wheel speed, they will clean out. You're just not giving it enough power. When you have it on the floor and they're not cleaning out because it's packed of clay, you just need to give it a little bit more.
When it's
bouncing around
And-
and not cleaning out. More.
Just neutral drop it. What kind of radio are you listening to? Is
It's
that,
somebody else on our channel.
sounds like AC/DC. I was about to rock.
Hey, Eli. You're still facing you, buddy.
Wheeze.
Eli.
Ugh.
Come on, hey. All right, right there. Whoa, hey now.
Floor it.
Go over there.
Come back and do line.
Grab that tablet. Dave, you might as well grab that tablet.
There you go, right there.
Or not.
Battery died.
Cody, record.
He's gonna be pissed.
I guess Mama's on. I pulled the power button and said it was powering off. Yeah, he's gonna be mad.
All right, so we're not fully unscathed out of 15. Steve on that first ledge. Well, I think everybody did it.
3 bent cross members.
3 bent cross members. No skid plates. We don't believe in skid plates.
Cody and Dad both did. We don't have anything to cut.
This isn't.
It's got the
Aftermarket?
factory rocking trail.
Yeah.
It's better than ours. But. Yeah, just
So anywho, that first ledge, there's a little point rock. It's probably only 6 inches, but it hits that cross member perfectly. And it shoved that cross member into his drive shaft. And if it was a steel drive shaft, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But he's got a carbon fiber drive shaft. So we're afraid that it'll just tear into that drive shaft. So we're gonna winch. What we've got going on right now is
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing to you.
All right, a little more.
Yeah, bro.
we've got
right
a
there. My idea
soft
is that's
shackle
gonna
ran up
pull
through the cross
that
member,
straight down.
and Casey's gonna winch his cross member back flat, and then we should be good to go. Cody, don't stand like that.
Hang on. I'm trying to hold the log.
I know, but if that fucking breaks, he's gonna
but I can't
break his back. Hit your brakes. Hold on. So we'll keep you updated on this. Let you know how everything pans out.
It just started to compress.
All right, we are at last resort here, getting this drive shaft pulled out. So the plan is, now that it's on its side, we're gonna run that soft shackle up through this hole here.
Out.
Same way we've been doing
There you
it, but now it's gonna be able to pull straight compared to before it was trying to pull it forward or backwards. So this is what it's come down to. So I'll let you know once we get it hooked up, and we'll see if this works. All right, Casey was sliding, didn't have enough weight. Stop, slow.
That's good.
All right, didn't have enough weight. It was just dragging Casey. So we got this Jeep here that's gonna hook up to us. Got a little more weight on him, and then that should get it or rip the frame off the buggy. One of the two. All right. Well, I was too busy working there, being a hard-working boy. But we're back on our lid. Cross members pulled off. This fella here in the Jeep really saved the day. We didn't have enough arse on the buggies to get that cross member pulled back out. But him with 3 bumps of the winch, we've got 1/2-inch spacing and we're ready to rock. So I think we're gonna reroute, go do 30. So I don't think seen any video of any of those, but they said they're pretty rowdy. They said 39 is an absolute soup bowl. It's gonna be really difficult today with all the rain that they've got in the last couple weeks. So
Now we move, buddy. Back down there.
not to sound soft, but we are going to probably discontinue that until I don't know when, but that's the plan. That's the plan. All right, so not doing 39 kind of put a spoke in the wheel, but we forgot Trail 16 existed, so we're gonna go do that, and then we're gonna do 32 and 30, and then we're gonna see what time it is after that. We are definitely gonna keep knocking them off as much as we can. Just depends on how fast we can get in and out of them. I heard that the Jeep guy that winched us over kind of gave us some trails that he said are not a soup hole. So we're gonna see what those kind of look like. And not kind of, we are gonna see what they look like. I lied to you. So we got the man behind the wheel here. Big wheel man. Only had to winch 3 times on 15.
Now go ahead and tell him that's a lie.
Oh yeah, I'm lying.
Yeah, they're really gonna think of it.
So that's the plan. We'll get you guys a little footage on the way there, maybe. If not, I'll see you guys at the bottom of 16. Okay, so we are coming up Trail 16 right now. We just dipped into it. We're gonna run this out, get back on some blue trail, and then head to Trail 30. So this is Trail 16. 16, first obstacle. I don't think it's anything terrible. Just a nice uphill climb with some decent sized boulders. So we'll get them coming up and then see what the next section of this is. All right, first contender, Ryan. I'm assuming this would be the main line of the trail.
One section of it.
Well, yeah, but that over there's the bypass. If it's not, don't correct me if I'm wrong. But we'll see what Ryan's got for this little section here. Too fat to be running around like that. Whew. Casey's up next. A little scrape on the door. He says, I don't want to ride in the rut. You can't make me ride in the rut. Good driving. 4-seater cheater. What else? I mean, can't fix that. Guy couldn't drive, so he had to get 4 seats. All right, I think Steve's up next. Mr. Shawesome Motorsports, located in Fayetteville, Ohio. Get with him if you're local for anything you're needing done on a buggy. He keeps a lot of this fleet running. He does pretty solid work for a pretty fair price. Steve, bring it passenger and then come off this bank, it'll push you back over. You're on a rock back behind you.
There you go, you're good.
No, Dave, no,
Don't
Dave.
do that. Bring it back passenger. Not that far, right there. up. Cody's gonna bring his on up. I'm gonna jump down and try to get most of his. You weren't even facing me. All right, Cody's making his way uptown. I hope he's got his GoPro recording there on the side so you can get a little in-cab action of this. Nothing too tough. I think the hardest part is staying in that rut. I was pointing that way. Coming up on the wrong side of this rock.
Oh. Right there. Alright, creep. Driver, creep. Driver, creep. Oh. Let's get out of here. My bad, Eli.
No, you're good, buddy.
I was like, what? Cody was actively laying, it was still moving. He's like, why'd you tell me that way?
I was trying to get you over before you came up to that. All right, so we didn't winch.
No guys at this point. You're gonna set that left front right in that.
Ooh, didn't pull cable. All right, hey, now don't try to climb that. Just you're gonna have to get your.
In the rut.
There you go. Faster. Stop. Roll back a little bit and go driver. So, no camera, but we did not winch. You're gonna have to just trust us. So, not sure how much I got there, especially at Cody's. We were in a little... You're good. Kinda. We were in a little confusion there. I was telling him he needed to get over a rut, and he thought just over a little, I think. And then, got a little bound up, didn't pull cable, just got some hands on the cage and kind of kept him where he was. He drove out of it. But I haven't seen that many people, if anybody, record that section of 16. We've really only ever seen the ledge of it. So kind of cool to get a different perspective on it. I think that part was really fun. Again, I haven't seen this ledge coming up in person. So once we get up there, we'll check it out. I'd run that bank. This is taller than you. Oh, that run up there looks good too. This is gonna suck. Yeah, but coming out of it. Huh. And then that's all you have to do for that. Just floor it.
I was convinced that was gonna land.
He said probably gonna land. Did you shut it off?
Yeah.
Good. All right, we're gonna try to get everybody else coming up this rut here. Good rut, really. Steve's got these fenders on that don't really love this stuff. He's not gonna ride that.
It's not gonna hold that. Don't think so? No.
No, you're falling this way.
If it doesn't and you try it, you're gonna lay over.
Just kiss the fenders goodbye, dude. Need them things where we're going. I'm gonna have to go catch that fender.
You're gonna need a little momentum on that. Just roll in it.
They're not gonna work. It's just gotta accept it. Yeah, fender's not gonna work. That's also not gonna work.
You gotta go from the bottom and just roll in.
Momentum is your friend. It's a pretty nasty rut. The only problem with this rut is you're hitting this ledge and this ledge
Zip tie fender if we have to.
up.
I said it's gonna keep some speed, but we'll have to zip tie fender if we have to.
You're hitting back here and right here at the same time. Mobile, baby. Mobile. All right, so Trail 16, from what I've seen, is a lot of rocks. A lot of rocks like this here, and a lot of big ass ruts. So if you're wanting to go do that ledge on 16, make sure you're coming up. Well, is this down or up?
If you're going up that ledge, I think this is the way to do it.
Okay. Don't come down that ledge because there are ruts that would swallow a rock bouncer. But it's nothing difficult. It's just, and then we roll it. Big drop here on my side, especially. Here, skid plate check. There it is. Glad it's still living, but it's a fun technical trail. Wet, soupy, all the time it seems to be. But we're making it. We stopped, ate some lunch on it. It's just a fun trail, really. Muddy. So Ryan's having clutch problems. The secondary won't secondary won't release?
I cannot get the belt to align. I've tried moving it with the shims every other direction and it just keeps getting worse. We put primaries on it, one-way bearings, and we're settling on something in the secondary. For some reason it will not align the belt. So it was just hard to shift, and now I pretty much have to turn the buggy off to stop. Otherwise it'll stall. So either way it turns off, I guess.
How many miles on it? 5,500 miles on this machine. So she's seen some more, but aside from little stuff like this, it does everything he asks of it. Wow. So that's kind of a little insight on some of the problems we're having. We've got 2 other buggies that have the smashed cross member there on the prop shaft.
What is this one?
Well, that's what, yeah, this is one of them. I'm guessing we go up. We stick to the eyeball. 2 other buggies that have the cross members smashed up into the prop shaft, but there's only one buggy, which is Steve's, that has a carbon fiber prop shaft. So that's why we kind of had to fix that one on the spot, because that metal rubbing on that prop shaft would just annihilate that. So we got him squared away. We're kind of just dogging it here. All right, so we're gonna go see what this waterfall is about, because I have no clue. Never seen this part of it. But we're gonna, oh man. Dang. Okay, we're situated. All right, we're gonna go check out this waterfall. See if it's a waterfall or a trail called waterfall. We're gonna see how fast we can get down there too. This looks pretty cool down here though. Big rock. All vehicles keep out. All right, so it is a waterfall, not a trail. Well, could be. I think I see the line right here. So yeah, there's a waterfall on Trail 16. Not sure if you knew that or not. Okay. So we've made it to this part of Trail 16. Ryan's fuel pump started to not be very excited. So we pulled the fuel pump out, rebuilt it. Now we're gonna go hit the ledge. Casey said he's going up it backwards.
I heard that too. All right, let's roll out.
So we're gonna go again. We are going to attempt to finish this trail. Again, haven't seen much video on this place, especially Trail 16, so we had no idea it was this long. But we're back in action. Okay, so we got to the ledge on 16. A little crazier than we thought it was. That's washed out from the last video I've seen. It's pretty gnarly. I know videos don't do justice, but that's rough over there. So we're gonna come up this bypass. Bypass boys. Bypass boys. But yeah, no, everyone saw that ledge and had zero interest in it. So we're gonna run up this side trail. Ryan's gonna come up first. Then we got Casey, Cody, and Steve in that order. So Casey in the 4-seater. I liked his line a lot better. When he walked it, he put his front tire right on that point, and it brought his passenger tire right up this high spot here, and he didn't have to mess with any of that. But kudos to anybody that hits the ledge on that. That's a high consequence climb right there, because it's probably right up in this area, but if you don't make it, you're going here, there, there, and hopefully that's where you stop. Cody should be coming up next. Update on my buggy. So ordering the motor, waiting on it to come in. And I'm just gonna get a long travel kit while it's at it. I'm gonna do 35s. We'll see how long I keep them, because they say they tear it up, but I think throttle control, which I don't have, should help that, along with I'm doing a 54-12-12 reduction, and then a Kaufman Hill Killer differential. So it should be good to go. I've said that a million times, but after this it should be okay. Here comes Cody here. Alright, that's the top of 16. I think we're pretty well out of it at this point. Where's your thing?
In the box.
I think we're pretty well out of 16. The bypass was still a good trail, just a lot less commitment needed to do that than those ledges. The ledges are way worse now than when I saw them on video. So we didn't do that. And we're gonna get up to the top, back out on G1, and we're gonna see what happens. You can't see too much of it, but these views are insane. Coming out of 16. I'd say it's probably a factory. But yeah, we are done with 16. So we're done with 16, heading to 32. We're gonna go down it. We're on the wrong side of it, but it is also a double black diamond. And then it's 7 o'clock now. I don't know how long that trail is gonna take. So once we get through that, back out on another trail, I'll tell you what that trail is, and then I'll just keep doing this the whole time. Oh yeah. Okay, we're on the road now. We stopped recording, I think, at the end of trail 32. So we went home after that. Went to leave today. Just left the Chevy dealership. Cody's truck broke down, so they're gonna stay the night in Tennessee. We're taking the other truck home, and
at the light, turn right onto East Broad Street, then turn left onto North Charles G. Severs Boulevard.
Finish off this Windrock video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hey guys, me again. We're out of gas. If you're in Berea and you're watching this 2 weeks later, we might still be here. So it just keeps getting better.